His mate, his prisoner. Episode 13. Previous episodes are available in playlist, a link is given in the video description. Chapter 110a. It's the next day. Kane is still pressed up against my body. We've been a bit busy the entire night, making love over and over again. I'd never been as happy as I was now. I finally have the man I've wanted all along. He was finally mine, and it felt even more amazing than I always knew it would feel like. Having him like this was like a dream come true. And I would treasure these moments till the day I die. Knowing he loved me just as much as I loved him was everything I ever needed to know. I run my finger down his cheek, and he smiles, a real smile that melts my heart. Kane's smile was the most beautiful thing ever, and I hope to see it more often than this. I wanted to see him smile every second of every day. "Good morning," he says. Kane's sleepy voice is incredible. If he keeps talking, we might end up making love yet another time. I'm sure he wouldn't mind it, and I wouldn't either. I couldn't get enough of him. The more I had, the more I wanted. "Morning," I respond. He groans and rolls us over so that he's now on top of me. "You're going to make me take you once more," he threatens. That wasn't a threat to me, I was more than ready for it. "Is it bad that I want you to?" I ask him. He chuckles. "No," he growls. "I think it's good. If we didn't have to find the others, I would do it again." I sighed. We had to go back to reality soon. I had to expose the fake Maya. Everyone had to know what she did to me. I didn't care that there would be people that wouldn't believe me anymore. What she did was dangerous. The longer I kept this secret, the others would also be in danger. Kane helps me to my feet. The sun was out and blazing. Thanks to that, my dress was finally dry again. He helps me get dressed before getting dressed himself. I was scared of what would happen when we were reunited with everyone else, but I was ready to face anything as long as I had him by my side. We didn't need anyone else but each other. Once I had him, I could survive anything that life threw my way. It's not going to be easy to convince everyone of our love. They expect me to be with Maya. Maya's brothers already hate my guts. If they know what I've been up to, things may get a little crazy. I need you to promise me that you will stay out of it if it comes to that. I don't want you to get hurt while I'm trying to explain what's been happening between us. He tells me. I'm immediately disagreeing with it. There was no way I was staying out of this. I was done staying out of things. I step closer to him. "I'm not going to let you do it alone, Kane. You've done too many things alone. I want to be with you when you tell them. I need to be there. We need to tell them everything we know so they can understand. I wouldn't let him do this alone, from what I've heard. Kane was almost killed by Maya's family the last time. I wouldn't risk them hurting him this badly again. I would stop it before it comes to that. They just need to see for themselves that this Maya was not honest." Kane leans down and kisses me one last time. I wrapped my arms around his neck and held onto him. I don't know what the near future has planned for us, but at least we have each other. When we hear someone clapping. Who was that? I look around us, following the direction of the sound. My eyes widen when I see Austin. He's not alone. Behind him are James and Lucas. Maya's brothers. They were all here. And they all had a murderous look on their faces. I can't imagine what was going through their heads as they watched us a few seconds ago. I know how awful this might look to them. They didn't know the entire story. They didn't know anything at all. All they thought they knew was that Cain was cheating on Maya with me. This is the exact thing that I was scared of happening, and somehow it was unfolding before my eyes. How on earth am I supposed to stop a fight from breaking out between them? What was I supposed to do? Cain pushes me behind him. He attempts to protect me from what is about to happen. I couldn't let him take the fall for me again. I couldn't let them hurt him. You promised never to hurt Maya again, Austin says in a deadly calm voice. You promised that you loved her. That things were different. But where is my sister now? She's not the one that was in your arms. Where is my sister? It was another memory. A memory of Austin shouting that question. I held my head in pain as I was hit with another one. The memories are coming faster now, hitting me one after the next. The longer you hold on to me, the angrier my brothers will become. You need to let me go now. I hear myself say in my memories. Let me go, Cain, let me go before you get seriously hurt. I'm never letting you go. Your brothers will have to kill me to take you away from me. It's his voice. Cain's. All part of my lost memory. And then it hits me. It hits me so freaking hard that I nearly tumble onto the sand. I gasp as another one jams straight into me, almost breaking my heart. Memories of my brothers beating Cain. I cover my mouth with my hand. This could only mean one thing. There could only be one reason those memories would be in my head. There could only be one reason I just referred to them as my brothers. I'm Maya. Oh, my God. I'm Maya. I'm Cain's Maya. All this time, I was in emotional distress because I felt like Cain was in love with Maya and not me. I spent so many days being jealous of her. I spent so many days feeling angry that he always chose her over me. And this whole time, I was her. I am Maya. This entire time I've been jealous of myself. I don't know whether to cry or laugh at this new information. Everything she had I wanted, and I had it all along. I held my heart as my mind raced with memories from my past. They were all coming back, one after the next. I was trying to cope, but it was too much for me to stand. I glimpse at my brothers and Cain. They're walking toward each other, and their hands have tightened into fists. They were preparing for a fight. My heart aches with fear at the sight. These were the people I loved the most, and here they were about to hurt each other over me. And it wasn't the first time this had happened. My memories were proof of that. I want to call out to them, but I can't find my voice. I want to beg them to stop. I'm trying to force my body to move faster, but nothing is happening. It refuses to listen to me. It's too much of a shock from finally regaining my memories. And they were still coming at me. There was so much of my life that I had forgotten, but it was all returning. How could my body adjust to all of this at once? How could I make myself move faster to prevent them from hurting each other in front of me? They aren't looking at me. They're too busy glaring at each other to realize I'm in pain. I don't think they realize yet that something is wrong with me. But would my brothers even care? They didn't recognize me in this form. They didn't care about me when they thought I was another woman. Cain didn't recognize me either, but he still loved me. Even in another form, Cain was able to love me. My mouth opens, and once more, nothing comes out of it. My nails dig into the sand as I try to fight my own body. This was not the time for me to be helpless. They were about to harm each other. I had to find my strength before things got out of hand. The last time this happened, I almost lost Cain. I couldn't let anything happen to him. I didn't think it was possible, but I loved Cain even more than I loved him then. My love for him had been restricted because of his actions, but that was all gone now. I knew him more than I did in the past. He had my entire heart now. I was able to fall for him more because of the vulnerable side he showed to me when he didn't know I was Maya. It was another side to Cain that shocks me now that I learned so much of our past. I loved him more than my little heart could take. It felt like it would overflow with all my emotions for him. And I would happily let it this time. He had suffered enough for his wrongdoings. It was time for him to forgive himself and be happy. "You're a disappointment to all males," Austin growls. "Maya always deserved better than you," Lucas hissed. "I thought you had changed. I hoped you did. She's not the only one you've let down. And this time, we're not giving you any more chances. Your lucky days are over." James roars. Cain is quiet. Why isn't he telling them? Why isn't he shouting to them the things he's said to me? How will they know I'm Maya if he doesn't explain to them that I remind him so much of her? It's like he wants them to hurt him just like he wanted them to in the past. I knew he must still feel guilty for loving me when he didn't realize I was Maya. But that doesn't mean he shouldn't fight back. And why isn't anyone looking at me lying on the sand, fighting to breathe? If they looked away for a second, they would realize I needed help. I gasp when another memory hits me. It's an image of Austin and me when we were children. I feel tears forming in my eyes. Everything makes so much sense to me now. I know now why I felt such a strong connection to him. I understand why my heart hurt when I saw Lucas. I know why I hated the fake Maya so much. She was making a fool of the people I cared about. This is why I always felt a stir in my heart whenever I returned home with them. The reason was simple: that was my home, to begin with. I didn't know it then, but I do now. I had so many beautiful memories there. My family. I knew them even though my memories were lost. My love for them never left my heart. I already knew, even though I wasn't letting myself believe the truth. My heart knew it from the time I saw them. It's crazy how the heart remembers when the mind is unable to. "I'm sorry," Cain apologizes, and I can hear the sincerity in his voice. He still thinks that he's betraying me. He still thinks he's betraying his Maya. I never deserved Maya, that is true. I tried my best to be the person that she deserved me to be. In the end, I failed to love her the way I was supposed to in the beginning. I fought my feelings for someone I knew I shouldn't love, but the more I pushed her away, the more I fell in love. As you can see, I've failed in even that. I loved another woman when my heart was always only supposed to belong to Maya. I know I should let you kill me, but I'm afraid I won't be able to do that without a fight. Because now I have someone to live for, someone I don't plan on leaving. ever. So let's get this over with because, as I said, I'm not backing down this time. I will fight for her, and I can only hope that Maya forgives me. His words have angered my brothers even more than before. And I don't know why he's bothering to tell them this. Of course, they won't understand or feel any pity for him. They think that he's hurting their sister once more. Doesn't he realize that it's useless to make them understand anything? He has a better chance if he tells them I reminded him of their sister. What is wrong with me? Why can't I fight back? All I need to do is open my mouth and speak. It's the only way to get this madness to stop. But the memories aren't stopping. And I don't want them to either. I'm happy that they're coming back to me. I'm so glad to know what my childhood was like. I was a lucky girl since the day I was born. I was always protected and loved, not to mention spoiled. I got everything I ever wanted since the start. My family tried their best never to make me cry, and if anyone ever did, my brothers made sure to make them pay. They were my protective shields, and even now, they're trying to protect me without knowing they were protecting an imposter. And who was that imposter? Was it really that blasted witch that caused this entire thing, to begin with? She asked me if I hadn't remembered anything. It must be her. Who else would bother causing so much trouble? And she clearly knew that I was the real Maya. She wouldn't go through all this trouble if she thought I was any other person. When I find her, I will murder her for everything she's put the people I love through and me. She will pay. I will make sure of it. My head snaps upwards when I hear a roar. It's Austin. I watch helplessly as he grabs Kane by his neck. I gasp in distress. Get up, Maya. Lucas punches Kane straight on his nose. Kane growls and grabs onto Austin's throat as well. They're both hurting each other at this point. There is so much hatred between them, it's tearing my heart apart. I hate to see it. I hate to see the people I care about the most harming each other like this. Why is this happening again? Why am I even more helpless than the last time? Lucas and James join in then. I can hear Kane's roar as he fights against them. It isn't like the last time they fought. Kane is fighting back this time. He's fighting for me. I know that he is. He thinks they would hurt me, but he doesn't know yet that I'm Maya. None of them know the truth. That witch turned me into another woman. The people closest to me didn't recognize me even though I had been by their side for so long. I try to scream their names, but I'm still unable to speak. The tears are flowing now. I'm crying. I'm crying because I have to watch them hurt each other over me. You're my little sister, I hear Austin say in another memory. I will always protect you. Anyone that dares lay a hand on you will wish that they'd never been born. Troublemaker. I hear Lucas next. He's right. We will protect you even though you annoy me. We promise. James adds. I remember this day. It was the day a guy had made the mistake of trying to hit me when I had turned him down. His screams echoed throughout the forest. They made sure that he would never try to hit another girl again in his life. It's one of many memories I had of my brothers protecting me. My heart rate increases when Kane bites down on Lucas's wrist. He roars, and Austin pulls his head off. James grabs Kane by his neck and shoves him down on the sand. I watch in horror as Austin places his knees on his back, and it looks like Lucas is about to rip his head off his body. My grip tightens on the sand, and I push my head back and scream at the top of my lungs. It was the first time that I was able to make any sound since I'd gotten my memories back. I was grateful to have it before, but I'm not sure it will be enough to save Kane from them. How did I convince them that I was their sister? What did I have to do to make them believe me when I looked nothing like I used to? It doesn't help that someone is pretending to be me. It will make it much harder for me to convince them, and that's the last thing I need right now. My gaze connects with Kane's. His head is still pressed against the sand, but he's looking at me now. It reminds me so much of the past. He feels guilty. I know that he thinks he's somehow failed me again. Except, he doesn't know what I do. Maybe he does. He's said multiple times how much I reminded him of Maya. His heart already knew it was me, his mind was refusing to accept it. He's not the only one looking at me now. My brothers are also staring at me. That's expected since my scream must have rocked the forest. It was deafening, no doubt. I don't know where I got the strength from, but I'm standing on my feet now. I'm no longer begging for help from the sand beneath me. They're no longer trying to kill each other, and I think that at least is a good sign. Kane wasn't safe from danger yet. None of them were. I need you to let him go, Austin, I tell him, and I know I've used this tone with him in the past. His eyes look puzzled for a second, and I know he's heard my voice, I know he remembers it. But he quickly pushes whatever thought was on his mind away. I know because his eyes are ice cold once more. He's trying to hate me because he thinks I'm the woman that is trying to destroy his sister's life. He doesn't know how wrong he is. And Austin has always been extremely stubborn. If he believed something, he stuck with it until it reached a point where he had no choice but to look at the other option. His knee pushes down harder on Kane's back. It angers me. I said to let him go. I shout, there is no hiding the authority in my voice. He looks at me as though I've lost my mind. It's almost like he's asking who I am to order him around. Let him go. Austin growls as his hands tighten into fists. He deserves this. He played Maya multiple times, he hurt her. He promised to protect her and love her. And when we all finally believed and trusted him around her, he turned around and betrayed her with you. Why should I listen to the woman that had an affair with my sister's mate? Why should I listen to you? Lucas. I hiss when I see him move closer to Kane. If you touch him, I swear I will never forgive you. You as well, James. I will never forgive any of you if you hurt the man that I love. They're all looking at me like I'm crazy now. I know what they are thinking, but I do not care how I look to them. I'm thinking of a way to get them to believe me. I don't know how to break the news to them, and I'm trying to buy myself some time. But telling them that I was their sister was the only way for me to save Kane. Or it may make things worse. They may think that I'm lying. They will never believe me without any proof. But if they loved me as much as I loved them, there may be one way for me to get them to hear me out. There was something I had with me now that I didn't have before, something that the imposter would not have. And that was every single memory I had with them. When we were children and when we'd grown into adults. I had everything with me now. Everything that could get my brothers to believe the truth. And they would be stupid not to believe me. Why would we care if you don't forgive us? Austin demands. You're the reason my sister is in tears. Both of you are the reason for her sadness. The last thing any of us would ever care about is your feelings. Are you sure about that? I ask him. Are you sure you don't want to protect me right now instead of that fake Maya? All of their bodies go rigid at my question. Fake Maya? Lucas asks. What are you talking about? Pretend that you don't see me right now. I say, and listen to me. Listen to my voice. Listen to the words that I say to you. Feel the connection between us. And then tell me you still don't know what I'm talking about. Austin looks at me and then at Lucas and James. They're all puzzled by my words, and maybe that's a good thing. It was taking their attention away from Kane. They weren't the only ones confused, he was as well. I'm unsure what his reaction will be when I tell my brothers who I am. He's been searching for me, and all this time, I've been right by his side. It's funny the way life works sometimes. I think she's just trying to distract us, James growls. I don't like being played with. Let's finish him and get this over with before anyone tries to stop us. By now, Gabriella must be close to finding them. She will surely try to stop us from killing her brother. And I don't want to hurt her to get to him. Definitely not while she's pregnant. Kane's fingers dug into the sand at the mention of Gabriella. And I saw it then, the love he already has for her. He's been hiding it this entire time. He was fighting their sibling connection, but he couldn't hide it this time. I saw straight through him. He would hate for anything to happen to his sister. If only Gabriella could see him now. She would be so happy. I'm not trying to distract you, James. I shout. I'm trying to make you see the truth that's been in front of you this entire time. I'm trying to show all of you that you've been around an imposter this whole time. I want you to see that she isn't the real Maya. How could you three be so dumb not to realize she isn't your sister? How could you fall for her lies? I would think by now, you would each know better than that. It's not the first time you've been fooled by a witch or someone associated with one. Yet you keep letting others make you look like fools. Lucas quirks a brow. Why does it seem like she's said words like this to us before? Why does she seem so familiar? Because I have, you dumbass. And I can't believe you're taking so long to figure out who I am, Lucas. I shout. He's always easily gotten on my nerves, and nothing has changed. Austin finally lifts his knee off Kane to stare at me. This time he's taking his slow time to examine me. I'm not sure what he's thinking. Are you trying to tell me that she isn't Maya? He asks. That's hard to believe since she looks exactly like my sister. I think I would know what my sister looks like. I think her brothers would be able to pick her out of a crowd. And I would refrain from the name calling if I were you. It will not work in your favor when you're strangers to us. I laugh. Stranger. Yes, Austin growls. Are you going to keep talking in circles, or will you finally open your mouth and say what's on your mind? We don't have all day for this. I run a hand through my hair and roll my eyes at them. I can't believe it's taking my brothers so freaking long to see that I'm standing right in front of them. Everything gets utterly silent from my latest confession. All I could hear was the crashing of the rough waves, the wind against the trees, and the sound of nature accepting it all. Your brothers? James asks. What are you trying to say? Isn't it obvious, James? I demand. I know you've always been slow, but come on, I'm spelling things out for you guys now. Are you out of your mind? Austin asks. Do you hear yourself? Are you expecting us to believe that you are somehow our sister? Did you hit your head? I cross my arms over my chest. I am Maya. Your sister. Nothing you say or do can change that. They're not taking my words lightly. And I was right before, they do not believe me. They don't believe that I'm their sister. I felt like shouting at them the way I've done so many times in the past. How can my brothers not recognize me? Do you take us for fools? Austin roars. When Maya was taken from us, it felt like our lives were over. When we found her back, it felt like we were given a chance to breathe again. Are you trying to tell me that all this time, we've been calling the wrong woman our sister? Do you hear how absurd that sounds? You want us to believe that you are Maya when you look nothing like her. And why do you choose now to tell us who you are? You've had all the time in the world to tell us that you are our sister, yet you choose today out of all the days to confess. The same day that we are in the process of killing the man you are in love with. It feels rather convenient to me. I think you should save yourself the trouble and stop digging a deeper hole for yourself. I cross my arms over my chest and narrow my eyes. Don't you dare take that tone with me, Austin Lance Vinci. Just because I don't look like her doesn't mean you have to act so foolishly. Shouldn't you open your mind and realize that I'm just like her? Because I am her. If you know me at all, you should be able to tell by now. He isn't happy at all with me. I can tell because I know when Austin is pissed. And right now he is. He thinks I'm trying to make him look like a fool. He should know that he didn't need my help for that. We are done listening to your lies. Austin roars suddenly as he grabs hold of Kane's hair. He was done trying to listen to me. My eyes widen when they all position themselves like before. This time, however, it looks like Austin would be the one to finish him off. I wasn't getting through to them. Arguing with them was not working. That worked better with Kane than it did with my brothers. I had to act now if I wanted to save Kane. Stay back! Kane shouts at me when he sees me begin to move towards them. They will hurt you. Don't you dare come near us. He should know by now that I don't ever listen to him. Does he think I'll just stand back and let my brothers kill him? It looks like he also believes that I'm lying to Austin in hopes of getting him to release him. Stop! I shout. My feet are moving quickly, desperate to stop this madness from happening in front of my eyes. I would not let them take Kane away from me. Not now. Not ever. And this would be the last time my brothers would ever hurt him. I would make sure of it. I grab onto Austin's arms. Don't do this! I scream. Don't you dare hurt him, Austin! I swear to you that you will regret it if you do. Austin grabs my arm to push me away. Don't you lay a hand on her! Kane growls on the ground. Even though they pin him to the sand, he threatens them for my sake. He is still protecting me. I try not to become overwhelmed with emotions. I had the rest of my life to love and reunite with him. To tell him how happy I am to know that I'm his Maya. I didn't have to compete with anyone else anymore, he's always only loved me. I'm your sister, Austin. I scream. I'm your sister. Not her. I'm the one that played with you as a child. I'm the one who you ran to take care of whenever I got a bruise. Remember the one time I fell off my bike? Remember who came rushing to my side? It was you. You were the one there for me. You were always more like a father to me than a brother. Look at me. Look at me and see for yourself. And James. You've always protected me from making the wrong decisions. You've always taught me that my actions would always have repercussions. Remember when I tried to sneak out, and you caught me? Instead of telling Mom and getting me in trouble, you gave me a chance and told me how many problems my one action could have caused. I may not look like Maya now, but I have all her memories. I'm your sister. That which wiped my memories and turned me into this. But I'm the same Maya that you love. I remember everything now. Everything. You must believe that I'm telling the truth. Please believe me. I am Maya. Austin and James have both frozen on their spots. I grab Lucas by his ear and pull him forward. Do you believe now that I'm your sister, you? I've done this a million times in the past. Lucas and I always got on each other's nerves. It was a routine between us. And that wouldn't change anytime soon. Their eyes are on me, this time, I know it's different. They didn't believe me before, but after my actions and everything I've told them about our past, they realize that it's impossible for me not to be their sister. This was exactly what I needed to happen. I was finally getting through to them. I couldn't begin to explain the sense of relief that washed over my body at that fact. I was so scared that they would never accept me. I'm happy that they were smart enough to know I'm telling the truth, even though it took them longer than it should have. Maya. Austin whispers. There is disbelief in his eyes. Is it you? James asks. Are you our sister? I pull Lucas's ear harder than before. Ow. He groans. What she looks like? I'll know this pain from anywhere. She's Maya. She's her. Austin takes a step towards me and then another until he's inches away from me. He's staring into my eyes, searching for something. I'm not sure what he sees, but the tension in his body quickly goes away. I know the moment when he finally accepts me for who I am. Before I can react, he pulls me into his arms. How did I not recognize you before? He whispers. All this time. You were right there in front of us. I can't believe this. I always felt this urge to protect and tell you that I love you. Not once did I think it was because you were our Maya. I return his hug. It's okay, I assure him. It's not your fault. That which made me look like a completely different woman. She fooled everyone. Even though I couldn't remember who I was, I don't expect you guys to know either. And even if you had an idea, it would be impossible to confirm that I was her when I had lost my memory. Or, in this case, my memory was wiped completely. I didn't lose it, she took it from me. But I am upset it took you this long to believe me when it was clear I was telling the truth. James pulls me into a hug next. You put us through hell, Maya. Losing you was one of the hardest things our family has ever had to go through. After today, we are never letting you go again. I will not allow another person to steal you from us. We love you so much. Everyone would be so happy to know that the real you is here with us once more. Lucas nods and grins. You have a new face now. He asks. I have to say, you're better looking now. You should remain like this. He teases. I roll my eyes and hit his shoulder. I didn't pull your ear hard enough. Come, let me do it again. Clearly you need to be taught a lesson if you're back to your stupid jokes. No. Stay away from me with that deadly grip of yours. He warns. And then I notice him. Cain. He's frozen on the ground. He hasn't moved at all. He's still in the same position my brothers had left him in. The look on his face makes my body turn to stone. I can't move either. Not when he's looking at me like that. I didn't realize before this that telling my brothers I was Maya would also break the news to him. I didn't want to say this to him. I wanted it to be perfect, but it's too late. He knows now. And I can't tell what he's thinking. I can see his mind racing along with his heart with this new information. I can't read his mind, but I can examine his eyes. He looks like a man whose entire world has just brightened in front of him. He looks at me like I'm someone out of this universe, someone that doesn't exist. My heart melts. I'm supposed to hate him with the memories that returned of us from the past. But I don't. I got to see a side of Cain in these past few weeks that made me fall for him 1,000 times more. He didn't know that I was Maya, and each day I got to see how my disappearance destroyed his world. Each day I got to see how much I meant to him. Each day I saw that he regretted everything he did in his past. And that's all I ever wanted, for Cain to realize his mistake and try to fix it. In the past, it felt like nothing he did would ever make things better between us. But now I knew that I was wrong. Seeing Cain from another point of view was all I needed to be able to trust him again. To be able to love him despite our past. Cain's eyes soften, and I think he's going to say something. Finally. His silence was killing me. Did he also need convincing that I was his Maya? Would I have to do the same thing I did with my brothers? I didn't think I would have to go that far with him. From everything he's said to me in the past, he already felt the connection. He knew that many things about me reminded him of his mate. He knew but fought it because of the fake Maya. Ultimately, he still chose me, even before he knew who I was. Another reason why I knew I could trust him now. Even with a different face and body, Cain still chose me. Wait, Austin says suddenly before Cain can say what is on his mind. The tone of Austin's voice forced me to turn away from my mate and look at him instead. My brother's face is ghost white. Whatever is on his mind is making him terrified. What was wrong? If you're our sister. If you're our Maya. Then who was the woman pretending to be you? He asks. The million-dollar question. There was only one person I could think of. And I was sticking with that theory. I didn't know who else would go through all this trouble than the witch who started it. She also asked me if I didn't remember before she pushed me off the yacht. I assume that she was asking if I didn't recognize her. I think it has to be the witch. I can't think of anyone else that it could be. It has to be her. I answer him. She's the one that would know I was Maya. She's the one that would want to cause the most pain to our family. Austin's face has only gotten worse with my words. Roman, he gasps, and it looks like he's about to lose his balance. My son. She has him. I left him with her thinking that she was you. Roman. I ask in disbelief. His words send shockwaves throughout my body. Is she that heartless to hurt an innocent baby? She told me she would take him to Lucy. He growls. How could I have been so stupid? She has my son. My son. James growls. I can't believe we fell for her trap. We're going to get him back. I promise Austin. She isn't going to get away with this. There is no way she can escape from us. Austin doesn't seem to be hearing anything that anyone is saying to him. We're all trying to console him while trying to think of what to do next. Roman. Austin shouts before shifting into his wolf in front of us. He rocks his head back and the sound he makes next made my pores raise. Austin's howl of pain ripples through the atmosphere. He's calling out to Lucy. He's telling her that their baby was in danger. It takes a second before another howl echoes throughout the island, responding to his cry. And then there is another, and another. They're all coming. Everyone that we love and care about are on their way to us. They know that a disaster has just taken place. We can't waste any time. Every second that is wasted, our precious Roman's life is put in more danger. I can only pray that he's still with us and that nothing terrible has happened to him. In a few minutes, we are visited by Lucy's wolf. She shifts into her human form and runs into Austin's waiting arms. Where is he? She screams. Where is my baby? Hunter and Isabella are behind her, and then Eden joins us next. She goes straight to James, who tries to calm her. Gabriella and Arthur are the last to join. She spots me first and runs to my side. I wrap my arms around her. What's wrong? She asks. What's happening? Why is everyone so tensed? The fake Maya took Roman. I explain while trying not to cry. We don't know where she's taken him. We have limited time to get him back before she tries to hurt him. The fake Maya? Lucy asks as she looks at Austin for an explanation. What does she mean by that? Was that woman not Maya this entire time? It turns out that she was an imposter all this time, Austin explains. Maya was around us this whole time. She wasn't the woman we thought she was. What is he talking about? Gabriella asks. I smile despite the pain in my heart. I'm Maya. I regained my memories. The witch wiped my memories and changed my features so no one could recognize me. I think she disguised herself as me and returned to cause more trouble. Maybe this was her plan this entire time. Everything went exactly as she wanted. While everyone was out looking for me, she was planning her escape with Roman. She was the one that pushed me out of the yacht. I can only imagine what she said to my brothers to make them try and kill Cain. It's only because I regained my memories that I was able to stop them before anything bad happened. And I'm so happy that I did. That's when Austin realized that he had given Roman to her thinking that she would give him to Lucy, but she never did. No. Lucy cries out. A desperate cry of a mother. It shocks all of us. We can all feel her pain from that one word. I want my baby Austin. I want my baby. We have to get him back. We have to. Austin hugs her tightly against his body. Nothing will happen to him. We're going to get him back, and he will be safe. I promise you. Even though he's trying to comfort her, I can see the devastation in my brother's eyes. I press my lips together. I'm not going to let her get away with this. She's messed with our lives too much already. It was time she suffered the same fate as her sister. They both chose death when they decided to hurt our family. One was gone. It was time for the next one to leave this earth also. We need to get moving, Hunter shouts. She can be anywhere on this island. And she has Roman with her. We can't waste a second. We need to rip her head off her body and burn it to the ground before she can hurt anyone else. A witch like that should not be alive. The women can stay back here, Austin tells us. We don't need anyone else getting hurt. We will take care of this. We will take her down. Trust us. We have done plenty like this before. We can do this also. No. Lucy shouts. There is not a hint of fear in her voice when she says that one word. My baby is in danger, Austin. Our baby. I'm not going to sit back and do nothing. I'm coming. And if you try and stop me, I swear to you that I will never forgive you. She's right. I step in. Roman means everything to each of us here. We all want to bring him back home safely. No matter what happens, we're bringing him back to us. And the men cannot do this without us. To bring him home, we all need to work together. It's not the time to fight over this. I'm afraid all of you can't go together, a new voice says. I look towards the sound and am surprised to see Atticus fawn. He has a letter in his hand. We heard that something had happened. I thought you would have wanted me to give this letter to you. The impostor left it. Maya. Or the fake Maya. Whoever she is, she left this behind for you. I hadn't realized that he had joined us. He must have heard the entire conversation. Austin grabs the letter from him and reads through it as we all look on impatiently. The look on his face only gets worse. Whatever it wasn't good. His hand tightens on the paper, and I can tell we had even more trouble up ahead. What does it say? Lucy demands. She has taken Roman away from the island. They're no longer on this island. He says in a broken voice. And it's not all. She says she will harm him unless everyone on this list shows up. She wants to hold them captive in return for his safe return to us. And she doesn't plan on accepting anyone else in place of them. Who does she ask for? I demand. Tell us, Isabella adds. We're ready to do anything for Roman. She asks for all of the women. Lucy, Maya, Isabella, Eden, Gabriella, and Freya. She wants to hold all of you captive for his safe return. She says that we can find her in the same abandoned castle we went searching for Maya. No, Hunter growls. Isabella is not going anywhere near that blasted witch. Nor is Gabriella, Arthur growls. James hugs Eden to him. His actions already say he doesn't want her to go either. Maya isn't going anywhere near her either. She's hurt her too much already. I'm not letting her get close to her again. Kane steps in. If she wants, she can have me, but not my mate. It's the first time he's spoken since learning of who I was. My heart skips a beat. We had plenty to talk about after we rescued Roman. For now, I couldn't think about those things. I had to focus on my nephew. Lucy, Austin whispers. I love you with all my heart, sweetheart, but I can't lose you too. I can't let her have you too. I've promised to protect both of you with my life. I can't give you to her like that without a fight. This is not time for this nonsense. Lucy shouts. My baby's life is in danger. I don't care what happens to me, I want him to be safe. If she wants me there, I'm going. I don't care what you or anyone else says, Austin. I'm getting my baby back. She's right, Isabella adds. We don't have time to decide who's going and who's not. She asked for us, and we're going. This is more than any of us here, this is about a baby we love dearly. And as a mother, I'm not going to let anyone hurt that child. I'm going, I shout. No one is going to hurt him. We're not going to let it happen. We can handle ourselves. You need to trust us. We're going there together, and we're going to come out alive with him. For once, let us do what we have to without your intervention. You don't have to stay far, Gabriella adds. You can be guarding the outside while we're inside. I'm sure she has many tricks up her sleeve. We need to be prepared for whatever it is she has planned. If anyone tries attacking from the outside, you will be there to stop it. In the meantime, we will handle everything on the inside. All of the men look like they're on edge. That is expected. They're used to protect their women, they're used to keep them from all danger. This was the first time they would be willingly allowing us to walk into trouble. They didn't look happy we were planning to disobey them. But they know they can't stop us when Roman is involved. Atticus pinched his nose. I think this is most likely a trap. She knows that you're not going to send your mates alone. She's going to have something planned for both genders. While she's trying to get rid of the women, there are bound to be others ready to hurt the men. Arthur growls, I can't believe this is happening again. We should have dealt with her when we realized she wasn't the real Maya. Austin turns to him, you knew all this time, and you didn't think to tell us something. Don't blame him. I interfere. We had no proof. Without any proof, you were not going to believe us. Hunter steps forward with a paper in his hand, we need to draw out a plan. If I'm sending my mate in there, this plan needs to be done perfectly. There can't be a single thing wrong with it. Her life and everyone important to us depends on this being done correctly. You can come up with the plan in our helicopter, it will get you back faster, Atticus offers. I know that a baby is involved. I won't sit back and not help. Thank you so much, Lucy tells him. We will remember your help, Austin adds. We need to get there now. Everyone begins to shift in front of us, choosing the fastest way to get to the helicopter. Kane grabs me by my waist and wraps my legs around his body. I gasped, it was the last thing I expected him to do. At least not at a time like this. Not when we've barely spoken anything to each other after the truth about my identity was revealed. "We can get there faster like this," he whispers against my ear. I nod and wrap my arms around his neck. I don't hesitate as I place my head against his chest. I would use any excuse to be close to him like this. My heart explodes when his arms tighten around me. "Keep a straight head, Maya. There will be time for all of this." It didn't take long to reach the helicopter after following Atticus's directions, especially since everyone was moving as fast as their bodies would let them. We've had many terrible incidents, but this was the first time a baby was involved. It was the first time that we were this desperate. He couldn't protect himself. He was a baby. He needed us, every single one of us. Roman was loved by everyone here. It meant that we would move oceans to get him back. Kane Maya is in my arms. My Maya. My mate. The woman I've been looking for since the day I lost her. Everything makes so much sense now. I never connected with the witch because she was disguised as Maya. This entire time she was playing all of us for fools. And we all fell straight into her trap. If Maya hadn't remembered who she was, would I have never known I had her with me all along? I was fighting myself, fighting my feelings, and I didn't need to. If I had just listened to my heart, I would have made the right decision and had her in my life. I did choose her in the end, but I took too long to do it. All of the signs were there. Everything about her always reminded me of Maya. It always made everything so complex. And now I knew why. Now I knew why I couldn't let her go. She still didn't look like her, but now that I knew she was my mate, my love, I couldn't believe how stupid I had been this entire time. She loved me even though she couldn't remember who I was. She chose me every step of the way, and it took me forever to do the same. Every time I keep thinking that I can't disappoint myself any more than I'd already done, and each time I find a way to prove myself wrong. I look down at her, and I can't believe how lucky I am to be blessed with a mate like her. She will always be too good for me. Always. I'll never deserve her, but I'm never letting her go again. She will always be mine. Only mine. And I will kill anyone that tried to separate us again. I was done letting her slip through my fingers. I was never letting it happen again. My eyes fall to her tummy, and everything inside of me freezes. This meant I can hardly breathe. Was it true? Was it really possible? Were they also still in my life? My babies were alive. Alive? They have also been with me this entire time. Twins? My mate was pregnant with twins. I wasn't about to have just one baby in my life, Maya was blessing me with two. The joy I felt at that realization was something that could never be put into words. I couldn't wait to pull her aside and tell her everything I needed to. Everything I've wanted to say to her since the beginning. Everything that I've kept inside of me all this time. And now I had even more to say after finding out the truth. She wasn't saying anything to me. She hadn't said anything at all. Only because her brothers were trying to kill me did I find out she was Maya. I'm not sure when she knew this for herself. I'm not sure when she was ever planning on telling me. I'm just happy that I know now. I wouldn't blame her for keeping the truth from me. I could never give myself entirely to her as Giselle's maid because I always thought I was betraying Maya. Now that I knew she was indeed Maya, I didn't have to worry about that anymore. I could give her my entire heart without any regrets or fear of hurting anyone. I could finally love her the way I've always wanted to. And this was such a big blessing. It felt like a huge weight had been lifted off my shoulders. We're now inside the helicopter, and I gently place her down even though I want to keep her close to me. I knew she was too worried about Roman to think about anything else. I didn't want to interrupt her even though I was dying to kiss her and hug her tightly. Dying to love her the correct way. And now that I knew I had to let her go again, I was close to losing it. I didn't want her to go. I didn't want her anywhere near that witch. Everyone is in a mess. The tension in the atmosphere was intense, and it would remain this way until the baby was brought back home safely. I didn't want to think about Maya entering that abandoned castle and facing that dreadful woman. She'd hurt her too much already. But I knew that none of us could stop these women. Their motherly instincts had kicked in now that Roman's life was in danger. Nothing and no one would be able to prevent them from doing this. They would be prepared even to fight their mates to get to him. And no matter how much we hated the idea of putting our mates in danger, none of us would stop them from doing this. Atticus have informed my brothers that we need their help, Arthur tells us. They will examine the area before our mates are sent in. We will have an idea of how much we must fight against. Our brothers have also been informed already, Isabella tells Lucy and Eden. They will also come to help. The Pax will meet us there, Austin says. He's trying to remain calm, but no one can stay sane when their child's life is in danger. I knew that if my babies were in trouble, I would be losing my mind trying to get to them. They were trying to stay positive, but no one could confirm whether Roman was still alive or not. That witch didn't have a heart, our chances were not looking very high. Paige Snow will be there, Isabella adds. She's helped us defeat one witch before, she's willing to help us again. Paige Snow. She was the witch that had helped defeat Marianne, the sister of the witch that was trying to destroy our lives. It was good that they were bringing Paige. We needed another witch there. It was always difficult to kill a witch without the presence of another. At least, a witch that was as powerful as this one. If she were alone, it would have been easier to get rid of her, but I knew it wouldn't be that easy. She wasn't stupid. She'd been smart this entire time, everything went according to her plans from beginning to end. She wouldn't make this an easy fight for us. She was desperate to get her revenge. I knew what it felt like to be blinded by your thirst for revenge. I was like that once before. But I don't think I would ever have put a baby's life in danger to get what I wanted. We will be landing soon, Atticus informs us. His wife, Autumn, is beside him. He didn't want her to come with us, but she insisted that she wanted to be there when Roman was brought home safely. This was supposed to be their honeymoon party, but they were also with us. I was just grateful that Griffin wasn't here. The man got on my last nerves. He pissed me off. I almost lost my mind when I saw him with Maya. I expected him to fight me for her, but now I wasn't sure he'd wanted her. Was Maya behind it? She gave him so much attention, and maybe that was to push me over the edge. And if it was her plan, I'm happy that she did it. I needed that extra push to realize that I could never live without her. Never. Join our Facebook and WhatsApp group for more updates, link is given in description. Rest audiobook will be continued in next episode.